Hi, I'm here with Tom Gop from CI Games, who's the executive producer for Lords of the Fallen, who being co-produced with Deck 13. And Lords of the Fallen is a very tactical, combat-focused game coming out in 2014 on next-gen systems and the PC. And it looked incredible to me. It looked very tactical and very combat-focused. You said that multiple times.
It is, definitely. Everything revolves around the combat and Lords. I mean, we got two main pillars of combat. One of them is, as you've mentioned, very tactical. Let's say a melee part of it. The other one is very spectacular. There are different types of rewards. Should you choose each one of them completely, you don't have to. You can mix and match. But there is something for different types of players. The tactical one, imagine a 600-page book that you have to read to actually learn a lot. The magical one, the supernatural, imagine an action movie.
Okay. Oh, that's an interesting way. Like, like left hand, you get to go super fast and just throw powers at them. On the right hand, you have to like roll out of the way and counterattacks and all that. So in Lords of the Fallen, it's not an open world per se, but tons of boss fights, tons of duels. You said. Where you have to kind of learn the combat moves of the guy you're facing and learn how to counter or like their weaknesses and strengths and stuff like that. Tell us about the boss fights versus the general, I guess, chaff throughout the rest of the exploration of the world.
We call bosses lords, by the way. I mean, they're the generals of the dead god's army, the fallen god's army. That's the title of the game, by the way. And they're gonna be a major part of the game, and preparation and trying to learn the boss fights. It's probably like gonna be like half of the game. The other one is exploration in between and fighting the opponents in between. That's why we're perfectly comfortable with staging the elements in between the boss fights in mainly, I mean, definitely not only, but mainly a duel, one-on-one fighting, because it's an extremely important, and I mean, we believe it's going to be fun. We work as hard as we can to make sure that this part is going to be fun. We also try to think about it and try to build the mindset in everybody who sees and will play Lords of the Fallen, that it's going to be more of, I mean, I'm going to be exaggerating a little bit in here, but more of like a tiny Tekken or Street Fighter implemented in each one-on-one fight in Lords of the Fallen. I think it's going to be fun, I hope.
Oh, it looked incredibly fun to me for the little bit that you showed us. The game that immediately jumped out to me when I was watching the demo was Dark Souls.
Okay.
Very, the tactical combat and the big boss fights and all that kind of stuff. What kind of influence did the success of Dark Souls and Demon Souls and all that have on your development so far of the game? If any at all.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be fairly accurate if I say that we're not going to be as difficult as Dark Souls, still not lacking any of the complexity elements of that kind of game. Because our goal, I mean, if I was to put it short, if I was to put it as straightforward as possible, our goal is to be a game that is as complex, as layered, structured, and tactical, strategical, but at the same time, definitely not punishing. That's Lords of the Fallen.
Yeah, you said not as punishing, which is something that I think drives a lot of people away from something like Dark Souls, because
you don't want anybody to throw the controller out the window at the first hours of playing the game. Definitely.
Oh, well, that's great to hear. I can't wait to see the full thing when it comes out. Thank you for the interview. For more videos from PAX Prime, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching. Game on.